My part 1 of the Dragon and Pegasus biology video finally fucking posted. Wow, after 4 times trying to record it, I am now sitting on my floor because my phone was about to die because I've recorded it 3 other times. Part 2, let's talk about Pegasus biology. So, as we established in part 1, I put dragons and Pegasus both in the realm of being birds, but dragons would be on the more reptilian side of birds and reptiles, and I think Pegasus are just straight up birds. To start off with, I would put them again in this little red circle, but instead of having a branch off a bit earlier, they would branch right off the end of birds and just be another type of bird similar to like owls or emus or turkeys or etc. So instead of sharing a common ancestor with all the other birds, they're just birds. Let me explain. To start off with, here's our typical Pegasus, and again, same as the dragons, we run into the problem of too many limbs. There's too many limbs here. We gotta get rid of some of them. You can't have all the limbs to yourself. Additionally, since they are birds and they would fly, their bones would also have to be hollow and very light, so you could not ride these as you would a regular horse. Sorry. So we eat the front limbs. The front limbs are gone. We don't have them anymore. There's just the 2 wings and the 2 hind limbs, which fills the limb quota. Additionally, we have another problem with the face and nose. So birds don't have teeth or a snout like that. So we gotta fix this. So instead of having a horse face, it has like most of the horse face, but just instead it has a beak at the end instead of teeth. This kind of raises the issue of balance and proportions, because when we get rid of the front limbs, it can't stand on all 4s, it has to stand like upright on 2 legs, which presents a problem of balance. So I propose it is kind of structured similar to an ostrich, with the hind legs and then the main part of the body on top of those hind legs and then the head and neck. However, the difference between an ostrich and a Pegasus, other than like the horse bits, would be that the Pegasus wings are still functional. So imagine an ostrich with full Pegasus wings, horse legs, and horse head with a beak. That is our Pegasus. However, this does present another problem with the wings, because they would have to function for both balance on the 2 legs on the ground as well as being functional for flight. So we have my final masterpiece of a sketch for what I would guess a Pegasus functionally would be. So we have yeeted the front legs, we have replaced the snout with a beak, and now we have very large wings, still with the feathers and everything, but much larger and slightly centered more forwards to provide the necessary balance while running, standing, and flying. So yeah, the larger wings would have to be very strong, so lots of muscles in the chest area, probably slightly smaller hind legs just to reduce weight, but still functional so they can still run around. And of course they would have to lay eggs as well, so there'd be internal mechanisms for that. And regarding the mane and tail and the hair covering them, that would not be hair, those would be feathers, again similar looking to ostrich feathers. There's lots of birds have those fancy crests and stuff, so it would be likely just ornamental feathers, similar in function to peacock feathers for probably mating purposes and all that. Nothing functional about them like the wing feathers. So kind of also in posture, it would look like they were in this rearing position all the time, but they wouldn't go back down after. This would just kind of be vaguely the position they're in. So yeah, they are birds. And this is my unnecessary take on dragon and Pegasus biology. This took me a lot of pain and suffering, so if these videos flop, I'm coming into your house and breaking all of your spaghetti in half.